Every year, more and more people discover more and more ways to use technology to make their lives easier. Today, mobile devices have so much internet, GPS, video, music, games, that it's easy to forget just how far we've come over the last couple of decades. People trust wireless technology, and cell phones have gone from being a luxury item to an everyday necessity. Wireless is everywhere, but how does it work? And how did it get so reliable? The idea for wireless phones goes back to the 1940s, but it wasn't until 1973 that a Motorola engineer made the first real mobile phone call to one of his competitors at Bell Labs using a phone the size of a brick that weighed 2.5 pounds. It took another 10 years to establish a commercially viable network of towers that could receive and send signals to and from wireless phones. Each tower's coverage area was called a cell, which is why we still talk about cell phones and cellular networks.
Technology has changed so much over the last 25, 30 years. Cellular industry started with huge devices. They were trunk-mounted models with big bulky handsets on the dashboard or sticking out of the floor, went to bag phones and flip phones. Everything just becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and everything becomes faster and more convenient. More applications are available for these devices. 25, 30 years ago, our region in eastern Kentucky was so far behind the technology of the rest of the nation, especially the metropolitan areas. We've changed that.
So, why is our service so much more reliable today? Well, let's take a look at a modern, state-of-the-art telephone company, Appalachian Wireless. When you dial a number, you're opening a radio channel to another phone. When you start talking, a microphone turns your voice into electrical signals, and a computer chip in your phone turns those electrical impulses into a string of ones and zeros, digital information. Then the phone beams that information out into the air, where it's picked up by the nearest cell site location. That tower hands the information off to another cell site location, and so on until it reaches the right address, the phone you dialed in the first place. And then that phone unscrambles all the data and turns it back into the sound of your voice. This all happens in a matter of seconds. The more cell sites, the better the coverage, especially when there are mountains in the way, which is why Appalachian Wireless has worked so hard to build a network of high-tech cell sites in eastern Kentucky. Today, we're improving that network with fiber optic cable that carries more information farther than conventional wires. It's the same cable that supports high-tech systems around the world, and it means better connectivity. Here's a few numbers to think about. Our parent company, East Kentucky Network, has more than 6,000 miles of fiber optic cable in service. Each cable has many fiber strands within it. 80% of our cell sites have fiber connectivity. And Appalachian Wireless has deployed a sophisticated, dense wavelength network that can carry 88 channels each with sky-high data capacity. And we're not done. With every advancement, we're working to bring you more. Smart technologies like MIMO, multiple in, multiple out for 4G, beamforming and other smart RF technology, and plans to bring 5G service to the mountains as the technology matures and standards are finalized. Ready to find out more? Come see us. We will prove to you that when it comes to better service and bigger savings, no one else comes close. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.